Boy howdy folks, Gamer here, back with another Mandaloregaming adventure game. This time I'm taking a look at Anonymous Agony, an extra edgy adventure game, as reviewed by Mandaloregaming of course. You folks really liked both Mystery of the Druids and Limbo of the Lost before that, so I'm continuing the series where Mandalore takes a look at really weird adventure games. Not gonna lie, I have been truly enjoying myself on this journey because those are some games I have never ever heard about. I think in Limbo of the Lost is the only game I have heard that Mandalore has played in this series. And as I said in that video, it's only because I saw some Polish reviewer shit on it. Like very much back in the day. That was old YouTube. And yeah, like Anonymous Agony, I have no fucking idea what that is. Actually, before we begin, let me look it up. I wanna see at least its release date. Like I can see it's on RPG Maker game, which already tells you something because RPG Maker like creates a situation where even somebody very inexperienced in game development can create own games. And we had some very quality stories over the years thanks to RPG Maker, but let's not kid ourselves. There have been also some very not so good stories made on RPG Maker, mainly by not necessarily adults, like teenagers, young adults, basically writing, I don't know how else to put it, they're shitty fanfictions. I seen a bunch of game like that over the years made on RPG Maker. So this already, when in the context of Mandalore stating that this is a very edgy game, I would assume it was written by an author who leans into that category I mentioned before, but let's look it up. Okay, this game has actually 83% rating on Steam. Okay, I can already see that a lot of people bought it because of Mandalore. It's from 2019, so it's very recent. Damn, the game doesn't even have its own like Wikipedia page, and fucking, at least Mystery of the Druids and Limbo of the Lost at least had their own Wikipedia pages. There is only like I think this is an official site of this game. I don't want to read all of that. I'm just gonna go in. The only thing I saw is that this game is episodic, which is what the fuck? You mean like it's still in development, right? So early access. Episodic? That's so weird. I thought everybody in like near the gaming sphere and game industry, like even the players, know episodic formula to video games prove to be fucking dumb. No game ever benefited from having that episodic formula. God damn. Anyway, got a big ass coffee in my big ass coffee kitty cat coffee mug. So let's dive right into this because it's hour and 20 minutes. It's an hour and 20 minutes long video. I'm already fucking stalling because I am afraid what this game will be.
So did you get her into any trouble, you stupid punk?
Ouch, Dad. Isn't it society's fault I'm the way that I am?
Absolutely not.
10 seconds in and the word society has already been spoken. Interesting. Very interesting. that doodle doesn't encapsulate the emotion that original image from Mystery of the Druids actually gives off. It's a cute doodle. I prefer this one from the protagonist of Limbo the Lost. There we go. Anonymous Agony.
Halloween has come once again. Okay, so last year I talked about a supernatural murder mystery. If you know Mystery of the Druids, that's not saying enough, but that's what it is, I guess. So in that same light, Anonymous Agony is a true crime story about a serial killer. This game has haunted the internet for around a decade now, but somehow a few years ago got its own Steam page.
Ah, so it's... Okay, it was released before, obviously, the fucking episodic format messes up the release date heavily. So it was released before, probably like episode 1 or whatever, then got a Steam release with new episodes, and that's why it says like 2019, which is dumb. The release date should be when it was like released. Oh, well, fucking whatever. This is already a mess.
I thought development on this was dead, but while making the video, they announced that this game would soon be free and more would be coming. So if that hasn't happened yet, there's no reason to actually buy it. There's no physical copy to collect either. Also, a word of warning, if you thought Druids had some tonal whiplash, that is nothing, and I mean nothing, compared to Anonymous Agony. Moments you're supposed
Yeah, that's what I fear, that there will be some really heavy topics handled extremely fucking poorly. And I am so afraid of this video, if I'm gonna be honest.
to take extremely seriously are put next to some very silly shit. There's no nudity or anything extremely graphic in that department, but the game does load with assault statistics. That's how you know this game's gonna go places.
Okay.
Like I said though, the game doesn't show much of that, and what there is I'm gonna be trimming down. Because the game's not worth talking about because of those details, it's everything else that's being hung around it. With that out of the way, the game has a prologue cutscene that's 40 minutes long. I'll be abridging that down, but there's no
Motherfucker think he Hideo Kojima. You ain't him, little boy. You ain't him. Ain't no way I'm sitting through a fucking 40-minute cutscene unless it's Metal Gear fucking Solid, okay?
no denying that this video is gonna be more of a movie night. Let's get started. Oh, it bugged out already. That'll happen sometimes. Anyhow, someone named Hayes is monologuing about rage or tragedy or something you'd find in like a 7th grader's journal. And meanwhile, a middle schooler's chatting online with somebody named the Jokester54. I'm sure this'll go well.
Clara! Come on, open up, it's time to go, we're gonna be late.
Yeah, Hayes isn't a screen name, it's somebody's real name. JJ&E is his little sister, Clara.
What are you doing on your computer so much?
Just talking to people. I'm ready.
Oh, you're already dressed? Well, that's good. Come on then.
Actually surprised there is voice acting in this. Unless that's added by Mandalore post-editing. But I'm assuming it's not. Yeah, a lot of RPG maker games are not voiced. And I'm talking a lot of RPG Maker games that are much fucking higher quality. Lisa the Painful is one example, although that shit uses RPG Maker engine, like modified to Stratosphere, but still no voice acting, you know. Yeah, I'm just kinda shocked by this.
Alrighty.
Here, Hayes seems like he's trying to be a good big brother. Even though he's named Hayes, this is the only time you might think he'll be normal.
About time you two were leaving.
Why does the music cut like that? Jesus.
Gonna make your sister late for her middle school orientation.
I'm assuming that's an RPG Maker thing that the author couldn't get around with the music cutting in like that.
She's not gonna be late.
His dad is either Agent 47 or Sundowner, I don't know.
But we still have plenty of time.
Kids are cruel, Jack. And I am very in touch with my inner child. I'm fucking invincible!
The least you could do is show up a little bit early, Hayes.
First you bitch at me about being late, and then when that's cleared up, you bitch at me about not being early. Get bent, Mom.
Damn stupid punk.
How is Ben not a dude who hits his son for saying that?
I mean, honestly, like, yeah, that's not a very... Yeah, there is already so much edge in just this little dialogue between Hayes and his parents. Holy shit.
You talk to your mother with respect.
My respect would be better used on a goat.
That sounds like a line that would be an I.
Stop being such an ass, Hayes!
I really like the calm RPG Maker music that plays during the domestic disputes. That won't be the last of those.
Hey, that language sounds horrible on you. Stop it. Besides, you suck at cursing.
Jerk! I'm in middle school now. Cursing should be...
Is that, I don't know if we have any RPG Maker experts in the house, but that sounds like some shit the RPG Maker just comes with. Like a royalty-free RPG music, like not an original composition, so I'm assuming. Because tonally it doesn't fucking fit the game, because it wasn't written for this game. I think if this piece was specifically written for this game, then holy shit, they did a bad job.
normal for me now, right?
No, cursing is just wrong on you. Don't do it.
Then why do you curse?
Because I'm an ass, like you said.
Fine, you ass!
I do like that her saying ass sounds like sneezing.
I wouldn't be your brother if I wasn't a jerk.
Oh, is she walking on the street?
I
That's
know it's how you show
dangerous.
affection. You wouldn't even give people you don't love the time of day.
Hey, you're reading way too far into me, little sis.
Am I now?
Honest. But that was still a mature theory. You should really act your age. It's a bit creepy hearing a middle schooler talk like that.
What? Man, there is already something fucking wrong with this dialogue. I can't quite put my finger on it, but all that talk about how... I already forgot what his sister called. I will probably remember it by, like, you know, first 50 minutes maybe. Like, the game is still in its opening, and this idea that his sister should act her age and she's acting too mature, that's fucking creepy, man. Nobody says to their siblings or their children that they act too mature for their age. Usually when that happens, like, I have older brothers. When I would bring something up that a child wouldn't when I was younger, they would just call me a smartass. I'm assuming that's normal for most, like, relationships between siblings. I don't have a sister, I only have brothers, so I don't know. But usually when somebody tries to act, because you cannot force yourself to act like you're older than you are. It's always kind of an act, right? It comes out very unnaturally, is what I mean. Yeah, people who do that usually get called a smartass, or, you know, their parents, like, lovingly mock them for it. Like, oh, you know, look, he or she or whatever is so grown up, listen to it talk. The phrase "you should act your age" when directing it as at somebody younger who acts like they're older is fucking creepy as fuck. That phrase only works when you're aiming it at somebody who's already of age and they are acting, you know, not mature enough for their age. Do only I get that yucky fucking feeling when that is brought up again and again in this game? Holy goddamn.
Ace, what were you like in middle school?
What was I like in middle school?
But I'm assuming it's gonna get worse and worse from here. Like, the writing does not scream quality, and it's not charming or goofy like in Limbo or Mr. of the Druids. So
Yeah.
yikes.
I beat a lot of people up and spray-painted trucks.
To cut this walk down, the theme here is maturity. Clara wants to act older, but Hayes thinks she's growing up too fast. This could be normal, but the dialogue is so strange.
Remember when I walked you into a tree while doing this?
Hey, I'm too old for this
You're too old for this. I thought you loved riding on me like a taxi.
Yeah, but Mom said...
Mom's an old...
Yeah, like Mandalore said, the dialogue is just... It's just yucky. It feels wrong to listen to it. What the fuck?
Nope. I hate school orientations. I'll wait out here.
And he does. It turns out he should have gone in because she has another chat with the jokester. So they're trying to set this up as she's doing this because she wants to be mature. And you know, they foreshadow that by a middle schooler wants to say ass.
Huh. Don't do that! You know I'm jumpy!
Haha, wimp!
Don't call me a wimp, shrimp bread.
Don't call me shrimp bread, wimp bread!
How'd you
What's worse is I do actually think that some of the dialogue between Hayes and his sister, it's actually kinda charming, you know? Some of it. Very strong emphasis on some of it.
like it?
Meanwhile...
Hey, Craig, you look like shit, man.
I don't look nice.
Night out drinking?
I was going through evidence.
Enter Craig, our detective obsessed with the one who got away.
Give it up, Craig. The perp got away. Let it go.
I'll do what I please. Anyway, I have work to do. Excuse me.
Oh my god, I was about to say, they're gonna do the most stereotypical fucking thing ever. The shittiest, most unnatural exposition you can have in your piece of media. A character walks away, and immediately the two characters left. Oh my god. That guy is always like this. And the other guy who's more familiar, you know, his daughter got killed, or his wife got killed. That's why he's like this. He's obsessed with that case we couldn't solve. The most fucking unnatural dialogue you can have in anything ever. Oh, why am I not fucking surprised this is the exposition we get in this game?
It's weird.
He gets way too obsessed with cases. I hear he's still going over evidence back from 43634.
Which one was that?
Remember? The one his wife got shot in.
You can't make this shit up. It's them. You can see it from the fucking mile coming in, man. Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Oh yeah, I heard that was pretty brutal.
It was. The guy's been really messed up ever since.
Why is he almost laughing while saying that? What the fuck?
It's horrible. Gotta feel sorry for the guy.
I guess, but it's made him really obsessive and creepy.
Yeah, why do you care who shot your wife, you weirdo? But the line is coming from a big city cop, so that could add up.
We're home!
So did you get her into any trouble, you stupid punk?
Ouch, Dad. Isn't it society's fault I'm the way that I am? Fat fucks like you sure don't help form society. You're too obese and lazy to even take your own daughter to her middle school orientation. You rely on your punk son to do it for you.
So cringe.
That says a lot, Pops. It really does.
Holy shit.
Oh, and tell Mom I can hear her on the phone from my room. She better watch her words. Clara may hear too.
No, Ben's belt should have broken the sound barrier it came out so fast. A dad like him hearing all that does not go... This is what an edgy teen fantasizes about happening.
Talking to your boyfriend?
He's right. He's absolutely right. I don't know about all of the belt talking. That's not how I was brought up. But he's absolutely right. That's not what actually fucking happens in real life. This is something a teen in a phase fantasizes about. Like, man, I don't wanna rip into the writers of this, but this just...
You ass! Knock first! I could have been getting dressed!
I heard you pounding on that keyboard from the hallway, so unless you chat online naked, I don't think that'd be a problem.
You rude ass! Get out! Get out! Get out! You're an ass, Hayes!
The key to cursing and not sounding like a kid is to not do it too much.
Don't lecture me. I'm mad at you right now.
Night, Clara.
Nice music that really fits the tone, by the way.
Night, Hayes.
Clara has another chat night, and yes, she says ass to try and impress the jokester too. Then she invites him over, on the condition that the japester deletes all of his chat logs so that nothing gets out. There's a big day coming up.
Get your ass up. You have community service.
I love that Hayes' dad is Agent 47 disguised as the Michelin Man, and then his mom sounds like she could be a literal witch. It's not clear yet.
How about I just tape your loud-ass mouth shut? That'd be for the good of the community.
We're stuck with your ass for one more year. I'm not going to put up with this shit from you. Put your fucking pants on and meet me downstairs at 10 minutes.
You can hear the crispy tone of her lungs fucked up by Lucky Strikes, you know. God damn.
Damn hag, put a sock in it. I'll be down, alright? Hearing your loud-ass yell in the morning gives me a headache. Shut up!
Like, the developers either got somebody who is a real chain smoker to voice Hayes' mom, or that voice actress is just really that fucking talented. Holy goddamn.
10 fucking minutes!
I heard you the first time, you
I
stupid
love
whale.
her voice.
That
Oh
seems
my god,
inevitable.
it's
I mean,
so
this is
authentic.
Shut Up Mom the game. We're still not at the game yet, and remember, this is abridged. You're actually about 20 minutes into the cutscene.
We wouldn't have to be doing this if you weren't such a punk.
Brother, what the fuck is that chain? It's a literal, like, chain link chain with a little radioactive sign. Oh my god. Holy
Remember that.
fuck.
What did I do again?
You punched a man minding his own business.
That guy stole Mom's visa out of her purse, you know.
Ridiculous. I saw no such thing.
You were too busy hitting on a teacher to actually watch Mom's purse, remember?
I've had just about a damn enough of you, punk.
You know we lost that thing. Don't go making stories up.
No, that guy really did swipe it from you. I just thought it'd be funny to watch you two fight.
You know, Hayes, you're never gonna get married or find any friends if you keep acting like such a little reject.
I'll get friends when I find someone worthy enough to waste my time with.
I know it goes without saying, but Hayes is so fucking much. This whole scene reminds me of a Lost Prophets music video. Except I can guarantee you Hayes wouldn't be a fan of their lead singer.
Mom, Dad,
What?
why are you guys married? You both cheat on each other all the time anyway. Dad, you really do like Miss Robinson's cooking better, and Mom, you actually are bothered by how fat Dad is. So, with all this deception, this really can't be a happy marriage, can it?
Son, shut up.
Just cut the bullshit right now, alright? I don't know what world you're living in, but going around punching people is not acceptable. Another year, and that shit'll get you put in jail.
I'll talk more about Hayes soon, but we gotta get through this. Hayes' parents drop him off for community service, and this is where he meets Craig. So at least their points are intersecting early, and we don't have to keep wondering why he was introduced.
Well, you seem like you have nice parents, son.
You know they're both drug dealers, right?
I'm afraid you'd need some sort of proof to make a claim like that.
Anyway, he gives Hayes his work assignment, but then he says something very odd.
You're not a bad kid. Just surrounded by bad influences.
I want you to remember that line and see how it holds up.
Maybe I still can see through some people.
Who says you're right?
Okay, to be fair, this would be a genius piece of writing if it wasn't sincere. Because, to be honest, saying to somebody, especially troubled teens, telling them you're not a bad kid, you're just surrounded by bad influence, is a great way to gain their respect, because troubled people, or people who, you know, people who slack off on their studies, people who engage in antisocial behavior, they usually are looking for a way to pin it on something else. They are not a bad person, they are not lazy, they are not this and that and that and that. So telling somebody as a cop who wants to get along with a kid you get stuck in because he's doing a community service, saying that insincerely, or just making a blanket statement because he can't fucking possibly know him, to earn his respect and make this like cooperation smoother, that would be genius, but that's not it. I'm sure this is meant sincerely in this case, which is fucking stupid because he doesn't know a first thing about Hayes. Like, he just met him, so...
No one.
Maybe I punched the crap out of that guy because I thought he was ugly.
Now we don't have to worry about him for a few hours. What?
You told me you liked my cooking, you asshole.
You told me my weight didn't bother you.
Oh, don't give me that shit! Don't deflect this back on me! Stop listening to that punk!
What are you doing right now?
Boy, Hayes just sees everything how it is.
How am I full of shit? I'm just trying to keep the peace in this family. And you're over here raving like a maniac.
I've also got to say, while the voice actors clearly aren't pros yet, they're still really elevating the dialogue. The strangest part of the audio is...
Yeah, I already said about his mom. What was it? Harriet? She honestly sounds really fucking good, and I was about to say it now about Ben. His voice acting is really, really good. Nothing could salvage Hayes' dialogue, and his sister just kinda sounds, you know, like that character would always sound in media. Kinda pipsqueaky, kinda annoying, so... I guess she's doing a good job too. But like, holy shit, their parents are having some actual like quality voice acting. The cop, Craig, or what was it, from the limited sample we heard so far, also sounds really good.
It was just the music.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, you're free to go. Hey, I knew your parents were talking out of their ass. Just thought you should know.
Good. They're pretty crappy actors. Why are they being so quiet? Nice change.
Unfortunately for all of us, this is just the calm before the hurricane. While it did happen off screen, the juggler has struck.
Hey, why's the door open? Clara! 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 Clara!
Okay, no, the song doesn't play there. As you'd expect, Hayes freaks out, his parents are dismissive, and he punches his dad into a wall. The punch only happens through text, so there's not even artwork to look at. However, there still is a weird audio stinger. Hayes looks in her chat logs. The cutscene also has an editing error in the video file, so when you see this, be aware that I have not edited this at all.
Why did you...
Okay.
I mean, good God, why was that here? What was the plan?
I want you to picture.
Damn it, Clara. God damn it!
From here, things go from awkward and uncomfortable to confusing. We're treated to Clara's final chat she had with the jester when it then cuts to... Hayes? Hayes with a gun, no less.
Hello? Anyone here?
I can't take this seriously.
Oh, he's gonna get blasted. Hit with a bat? What bat?
Oh, what the hell? I fucking miss.
Bro, the music.
Oh man, this music.
Mandalore is so fucking in tune with me this video. Holy shit.
Who the hell are you?
I'm your judge, jury, and executioner.
I can't, man, I can't. There is no fucking way this person unironically wrote this, put this into the game with this artwork, and when the final scene was like unfolding before them, right? Because they had to play the fucking game themselves before they put it out on the internet. They saw this scene and and they said, "That's rock solid. Let's put it in." Man, we're only 15 minutes in. No, fuck. Okay, I can do this. Okay, let's go.
Remember?
Holy fuck.
JJ. Oh shit.
So all the chat logs we saw weren't actually Clara, but instead Hayes recreating the scenario later. From here it just rolls credits to Screamo music, but then there's a teaser at the end.
This one was easy. Will I stop now? Why should I stop? I'll keep going. I'll build a tower of bodies. Clara, watch me.
The game hasn't even started. But before we get into that, let's talk about Hayes.
Wait, did they actually just fucking use the music from Death Note? Oh my god.
Hayes. This dude is fascinating on multiple levels. On one hand, I could kind of see what they're going for. An asshole character who's putting on a front who deep down he's really a good person inside. And you know that because he's nice to his sister and because a cop says exactly that. It's just the levels he's at are way too lopsided. Like, even before this, he was probably drawing Shadow the Hedgehog shooting his classmates. It's also how other characters react to Hayes. Everyone, including his retired assassin father, just cannot believe the own zones he dishes out. The one-liners he drops and how grave characters respond to it is just absurd. I want to say that over half of what Hayes says is comedy gold, and we haven't gotten to his most insane moments. Hayes is a broken glass ocean of edge, but he's written so genuinely. You know how there are bad movies where the director both writes and stars in it, and it's pretty obviously an idealized version of themselves? This is that, but for a video game. According to other developers...
yes, The Room, but it's actually edgy anime thing about murder and such.
The guy who led this game was, and I quote, literally Hayes. There was a lot of talent behind this game when it comes to art and coding and music and voice acting, and many have moved on to bigger things. The term for exposure had a lot less venom back then. There still were reports of people being promised money that never played out. What I'm saying is that this game is a perfect storm. One person wrote a bizarrely compelling story and got free talent for it that I don't think you'd be able to pull off today. I mean that regardless of the content of the game, which is already a fucking minefield. I don't have any ill will towards people who worked on this, and voice actors especially. Because good god, when you're starting out in that, you take what you can get. To no surprise, this game was a nightmare to work on for a lot of people, but I've been directly told it brings them some joy to see it laughed at. At least then the work meant something and people might remember it, as long as you don't pay for it. Speaking of that, Hayes' visual design. His smile makes me think of like an Avenged Sevenfold Grinch, or that one fucked up frame of Joey Wheeler. Whatever it is, it's incredibly fitting. Now the actual chain necklace, that's a mystery. I have no clue how it fits into his Chris Hansen Light Yagami archetype. I have no clue if this is like a bug chaser thing or a Sonichu thing, but now I'm thinking of Yu-Gi-Oh, so I'll assume it's like a Millennium puzzle that vibrates when pedophiles are near. Anyhow, let's start the game, which actually feels like continuing the prologue.
Oh my god. Thank God Mandalore is here to keep the insanity at bay, because Jesus Christ. I assume he has been drinking while playing this game, because there is just no way to get all of this footage sober. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was enough of that.
The day you finally strike back against your agony.
He's just scribbling in his Death Note binder.
So much blood.
I think I heard a mouse click before that flush. That could be an artisan sound effect.
Wait a minute. Let's see what you had on you, pig.
To be fair to Hayes, shooting a pedophile in the face is pretty cool. It's just everything else.
Lord Henners?
I mean, yeah, true. Like, you can't... I don't even fucking know what to say. It's just bizarre to write a script about this exact scenario. This game feels like a power fantasy for the main writer, which I'm assuming is the guy who Hayes is based on. because, that would explain a lot. And I get it, there is a lot of injustice in the world and it might make you feel certain way. It's hard to not agree with them. Getting rid of child predators is literally nobody will be sad that a fucking child predator is gone from this earth, But going so far as to write your own power fantasy about you going vigilante on child predators, that's so weird. You are so weird if you do that. And making it into a fucking game with full voice acting and putting it out on the internet, on Steam, where it will be seen by potentially thousands of people. You're super fucking weird, man. There is no way other to frame that. No matter how relatable is the wrong word. No matter how good of a character motivation this is, good is not a great word to describe it. Players of this game can understand the motivation, but just the act of writing this story is the fact that this game exists is fucking weird. The fact that somebody wanted this game to be made is almost unthinkable, but this is not our first day on the internet. We know there are some real ass fucking weird people out there, man.
A middle school teacher? Fucking sick. What else do you have, you piece of shit?
That is frighteningly common. Near everyone I know has the story about the teacher who got caught doing something they shouldn't have been.
You should be thanking me.
I mean, yeah, even Mandalore mentioned before Chris Hansen, his, To Catch a Predator, that show where they were catching predators. There were a couple teachers there, caught live on camera. It's always such a fucking punch to the gut when you find out that such a person, who works on a day-to-day basis with children has those vile thoughts.
You felt whole by...
But again, this game should not exist. It's not a great fucking material for a video game.
Relying on your primitive instincts. You being alive must have been pretty sad, huh? Your life must have been a big shitfest, huh?
Although if this was like a game about Chris Hansen and you play mini games to catch the predators, you get to do. You know how in Ace Attorney they go objection. You get a button to come into a scene and do the famous, how about you take a seat over there? So maybe this is not bad material for a video game, but definitely not with writing like this.
A giant problem disguised as a life.
He says that like it was meant to be poetry.
Well, it's okay. I fixed it. I'll fix the other problems too. Unfortunately, the world has a lot of them.
Then we get Metal Gear Solid credits?
What? What? There's no way this is in-game.
Why is there a dude on a bike?
I unironically thought Mandalore spliced that in for the fun of it. What? That looked like a black and white skit. Why was that in?
Okay, there's 3 minutes of it. I'm gonna skip it. Oh Christ, we're back here? Why?
You see what's happened to you? Damn it, Clara. You knew the severity of what you were doing. We warned you about that internet.
Shut the fuck up!
Hayes! Hayes! Oh, God, Hayes, stop! Stop!
Why is someone like you alive? Go away! Go away!
You know, if this exact scene came out in a David Cage game, people would probably make arguments about it being art.
Will you please speak? Clara?
Okay, but he's not wrong, though.
This is the third or maybe the fourth title drop, but for the video, this is what matters. This is where it starts being more of a video game. Except there's one more flashback of middle school Hayes. He's gone to his friend Devin's house wearing his finest royalty-free Jack Skellington hoodie. I'm at the controls, and it's an RPG Maker game. There's almost nothing to interact with. Though to be fair, this still isn't the real game. Hayes just wants to hang out with Devin,
Motherfucker got that Android 17 cut.
but Devin first wants to mess around with his 14-year-old sister. Well, prank his sister. I guess I should really specify playing this kind of game. It turns out she's dating someone in his mid-20s and the whole family is just cool with this. Hayes is not. You log into her computer and are given deep moral choices on how to pretend to be a teenage girl online. He tells her she's pregnant, which starts to generate a lot of chaos, and then it cuts back to modern Hayes. No more game for a while still.
Damn it, hold on! Fuck, I need a rug or something. Yes?
Hayes, are you alright? I heard a gunshot.
A gunshot?
Yeah, it came from over here. Don't tell me you didn't hear it.
What, I can't take advantage of my empty house and play video games loud?
Oh, video games.
Yeah, sure. Surely the cop would buy that. A single, very loud gunshot. That's how I play video games. Maybe he was playing PUBG, you know, he was sitting in that fucking bush for 30 minutes and one sniper shot, and it's next 30 minutes of waiting, you know? Those kinds of video games. Are they fucking neighbors or something? How did he hear that, by the way? I swear to God, if somebody fired a gun outside my house, I would not fucking hear it. Mostly because I'm sitting here listening to Mandalore play this shitty adventure game with my headphones on.
Yeah, COD, you know? You play?
No.
Thank God, thank God for Mandalore, man, and bringing up that. That's COD's gameplay. COD is known for that, you know. Once in 30 minutes, you fire one round, exactly one round, man.
I'm afraid I'm a bit too old for that stuff.
Wow, he's buying it.
Well, I'm sorry for disturbing you.
Never say you are too old for that.
Hayes.
Yeah?
You sure you're alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
If you'd like, you can come over and join my wife and I for dinner.
I'll pass. Thanks, though.
Sure. Look, you take care of yourself.
Fuck.
My wife? I thought his wife is dead.
Why do I have to live next to a cop? Now what do I do with this guy? Oh, later. Crap, I need to respond.
That's right, the body is still convulsing.
I just wanna say, you know, I thought it was a weird freak. Maybe it is still a weird freak accident, like he didn't know he lives next to a cop. If he knew he lives next to a cop, why the fuck would he opt for the loudest possible thing to dispose of somebody? Like, I don't know why I'm digging so deep into this. I just really don't wanna look at more dialogues from this video game. So I'm stalling. I'm literally stalling every single second.
He's setting up the second one. Hayes is definitely committed, but it's unclear where his parents are. And I'm no expert, but I'm not sure about using that avatar to be a little girl.
Ugh, what, is there like a factory that makes these fuckers? Ugh, sick dirtbags.
He makes veiled threats and it's not clear yet how he hides the body, but now it's time for his psych appointment.
Ah, the music.
Excuse me.
Great.
Hey, excuse me. Looks like you have a dropped call. Might I suggest a new service provider? You kinda suck.
God, he's so cool.
Where the fuck do I go? I have a court order to come here for something.
Through that door right behind you, Dr. Edwin.
Thanks. Oh.
Yes?
I hope you get fired, bitch.
Mr. Hayes, it's nice to meet you. I'd simply like to talk with you.
A fucking psychiatrist? What the hell do you want?
To help you.
I'll be honest, I can't think of anyone who's equipped for Hayes.
I don't need your help.
True.
I think you do, Mr. Hayes. Your anger is not misplaced. It was a tragedy what happened.
You opening your fat mouth is also a tragedy.
I am not your enemy, Hayes.
I'm leaving.
You beat those police officers half to death, not to mention your own father. You need help. That rage will be your downfall.
When the hell did that happen?
Sign this fucking piece of paper saying I don't need to be here anymore, or I'm going to be your downfall.
I will not, Hayes.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm leaving anyway.
How did you feel the day Clara was raped, Hayes?
How? That actually hurts my ears.
Why this music now?
A good doctor never learned to bite his tongue in know-it-all school.
I am not your enemy, Hayes!
The whole damn world's my enemy.
Oh my god!
I still hope you get fired.
Okay, so this is the end of the game. He goes to prison for aggravated assault. Right? Right? Right?
I will take a
Right?
mint though.
The hits just keep coming. At the very least, the game does answer the question about the dead body.
Mutt, dog, pooch, Arthur, Hopper! Hey guys, you all doing okay? You guys smell the food, huh? Well,
Hayes, dogs are gonna take a while. Like, God, find pigs.
dig in.
Also, you know, when you feed an animal human meat, it develops a taste for it, you know. The next time you come around with food and it's starving, it might not wait for you to reach into the bag, man. That sounds like the worst way I have ever heard to dispose of a dead body. Goddamn.
Still has the bones in it. Hope you guys don't mind. Yeah, I didn't think so.
I'm not kidding, this would take a long time with 5 dogs. And this was pointed out to me, but if you look at the sprites, there are only 4 dogs. Does this imply Hayes is the 5th dog? I don't fucking know.
Do you guys like it?
Hayes might be barking.
Good! I thought you guys would. It's fresh pedophile. I have plenty more for you guys to eat soon.
In many cases, a criminal mind will justify their actions as righteous no matter how heinous or deranged they may be. Human beings generally view themselves as good people, and the brain can go to great lengths to create justification for actions that go against normal standards of morality. In this case, Hayes believes himself to be a force of good, even as he distributes the parts of his victim to oblivious junkyard dogs.
Did JCS actually did Mandalore actually get the JCS for this? Holy shit, Jim can swim. I'm pretty sure that was him. There are a lot of those channels ever since JCS criminal psychology started like doing analyzing criminal interview content. Like a lot of copycats popped up, but I'm pretty sure that's JCS.
He believes himself to be protecting the community and righting a wrong that happened to his family. However, rather than taking a healthy approach of supporting the victim in his life, he's chosen a path of vengeance. Let's see how this plays out.
Also, on that note, I just want to say really quick, I hope there are scenes where Hayes actually supports his assaulted sister in some meaningful way, because otherwise, this comes as a little less righteous. Some people would say he just enjoys this and, uses the excuse of his sister as an excuse.
Oh, damn it. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Fuck, he's walking over here.
Hello, Hayes.
Hey, Craig, what brings you to this part of town?
I was just checking my mail. Wait, what?
It was a joke. Never mind.
Hey, why don't you come over and have breakfast with my wife and I?
No. I don't think that's my ideal morning. Sorry.
Oh god, Hayes kept the weed on him.
Hey, is that?
Fuck, that teacher's marijuana! Shit, why was it in my pocket?
What the fuck do you mean, why was it in my pocket? You put it there, you fucking idiot.
Is this recent, Hayes?
Well, you caught me. I'm a giant blubbering pothead. I smoke a giant joint every day. Shit, I smoke 3 a day.
I don't know, Hayes could be too straight edge for weed.
What's the fine? Or maybe prison time. Yay!
Hayes still gets off the hook, but only if he has breakfast with Craig and his wife. I don't even want to guess why Craig is so loose with Hayes, especially since Hayes tackles the question himself.
Stupid cop. Make sure your damn wife's not creeped out by me before you invite me over.
So, Hayes.
This is going to be such a long
Made
video,
you grow it
man.
out so long.
Hey, Hayes, come over for breakfast. We'll talk about your fucking hair. Oh, you know, it keeps my head warm.
I see. I like it. It suits you.
This douchebag is trying way too hard. Thanks. I feel like I can just become an upstanding citizen now that someone accepts me.
What a prick. Oh my god. Hayes, he's just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
So, I have a son that works in business. He reminds me a lot of you.
You mean I remind you a lot of him, right? Because if your son reminds you of some random punk, then you've got a few screws loose. I think I see what's going on here. You miss your son, since he's all moved out and gone, because he never calls you. You're old, and you feel like you're going to die soon.
Oh my fucking god, just shut the fuck up!
So you play the nice guy with a broken, misguided teenager who needs your help. The broken teen reminds you of the son you failed, so you think you can try again and make up for it through him.
Hayes, look, that's not what...
Look, Craig, life's about self-satisfaction. People don't do shit for others. It's not the fucking way it works. The food was very good. Sorry I fucking creeped you out.
I should have seen something like that coming, but he still surprises me.
Well, that went better than I expected. Yes?
I broke your vase near the front door. Sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
It was just my mother's ashes, no problem.
You're still a self-righteous fuck-off. But I am sorry about the vase. It was very pretty. Yeah. Bye.
I don't know if it was intentional or an accident, or if he just looked at it and it fucking shattered. Yet another mystery to keep me up at night.
Stupid girl talking to people on that fucking internet.
Clara, please.
Oh god, we're back here. Why is this being told so out of order? At this rate, Forrest Gump might have had less flashbacks. It's like whenever Hayes becomes too much, the game has to remind you that, look, he's sad. Anyways, the cops are—
Motherfucker think he David Cage. And it's sad this motherfucker can't live up to David Cage, because that's not a high bar, you know?
Are here to take Clara away to mental health jail or something.
What?
It's incredibly unclear. But he does beat up cops to Screamo music.
Take another step towards me. Get the fuck off me, you pieces of shit! I'll fuck all of you up! Come on! Come on! Worthless fuckers! Pigs! You pigs! Goddamn cocksuckers! Fuck all of you! I'll beat the shit out of anyone that wants to fuck with me!
That's assault on a police officer. There is no getting... If you touch a police officer on duty, they will stack everything they can on you. Holy shit, that's one of the worst things you can do for yourself and your well-being. Piss off the people who literally have the authority to lock you away and stack charges on top of each other. So yeah, again, Hayes goes to jail. The game ends, right?
If this game got a port, it would be for the 360.
Hayes, take a nap.
Huh? Fuck you!
That puts him out cold for a little while. Does this mean Craig felt guilty?
She hadn't spoken to me in a week, you know? I'd almost forgotten what she sounded like. Now the last memory I have of her voice is her screaming for me in agony for help. Screaming for me, but I couldn't do anything.
Well, technically that's
Man,
not a
what
memory.
Tragic way for Clara to leave his life. Maybe there's more to modern Hayes than I thought.
Don't lose your nerve now, Hayes.
Technically that's not a memory, that's something you made up because you Because he wasn't there, right? He arrived post everything. Like, I get the idea, but it's just semantics, whatever. Again, that's not how people talk when something tragic happens to their loved ones. So...
Do not lose your nerve.
So whatever.
Hey, mister! We're selling yummy nummy cookies. Would you like to buy a box?
Oh no.
What, cookies? I'm already eating like crap.
So, no?
Shit, why not? How much?
You can't give this game the benefit of the doubt for a minute.
Fuck, I do worse things than curse. Kill pedophiles.
What's that?
They're big, scary monsters that pretend to be boys.
You live next to a cop!
No, really, they'll eat you whole.
Really?
Yeah, so run away from every guy you see. Well, yeah, but give me my cookies first.
What kind do you want?
Give me a box of those caramel delights.
Caramel delights, come on.
Here's a 50, keep the change.
What's wrong with caramel cookies, man? Hold on. Mandalore went too far, okay? What's wrong with caramel delight cookies? Oh man, we are not even halfway through this video yet. I think this has the potential to be the longest video on my channel. Jesus Christ.
Thanks, long-haired guy.
Sure thing. Now run the fuck away! I scared Girl Scouts and got cookies. Happy day!
Imagine being Craig. Every day you look out your window and see an interaction like that. Anyhow, with the wisecracker fully taken care of, Hayes is now working on the next pedophile. Hayes opens up to him to a strange degree, telling him his views on religion like I believe in God but don't worship one, and then reveals what actually happened to Clara. At this stage, I have no clue how to feel about Hayes. Every time I think I'm starting to get him, they just pull something new out. It feels less like character development and more like unearthing a cursed mummy. That and the constant flashbacks just throw me all over the place. Thankfully, the flashbacks are about to significantly reduce and the actual game will start. It seemed like that should have happened a while ago. Anyway, it's revealed Stidler has a daughter and also wants to maybe break
30 minutes into 1 hour 20 minutes long video and the gameplay finally starts in a video game. Wow. This is a David Cage game. Holy shit.
This whole thing off. But now Hayes is egging him on to meet up. The meeting is 2 days away, so Hayes will have a free day off tomorrow. This will introduce us to the core gameplay loop.
I think I'm... excited? Well, no use in getting excited just yet, it's dinner time. And what's for dinner, you say? Well, dry cereal is on the menu, of course, so what else? Hayes, why are you talking to yourself? Fuck!
Finally, about an hour and a half in, the true game begins. Again, if you've played some basic RPG Maker games, a lot of this will look familiar. You do get a computer to interact with. We learn that the game takes place in 2014, and if you don't delete enough messages off your phone, you might just miss some. Otherwise, you're gonna soft lock yourself. There are a few customization options, but almost none of them are actually in the game. You do have a character encyclopedia, but places, terms, and events are all broken. There is a web browser, which opens your actual browser, which is cute, but this kind of thing's actually gonna happen a lot. The computer is mainly used for ignoring meaningless emails and receiving chats from perverts, which I do give them points there. As the game goes on, the citizen log also reveals more about how Hayes thinks. I assume this is to add more depth to his character, but we'll see. Oh, since this is a role-playing game now, I can look at Hayes' stats, which are... wow. Hayes might be too underpowered for this. I'm assuming I'll just have to farm some degenerates lurking around Old Navy. So remember these stats, they'll come in handy. You can check messages on your phone and also try to save the game on there, but it'll probably crash, so you only save at your home computer.
After everything that happened, I'm actually surprised there is a game here at all and there is going to be any gameplay. Holy shit.
Or an internet cafe. I'm free to explore the Stratos Manor, and maybe Hayes' parents are drug dealers. Their house is lavish for a neighborhood of this resolution, with amenities like a dedicated library and a grand piano. However, like the flashback, there's nothing to interact with. Only thing to do now is go outside.
Cool loading screen, man.
That's an interesting loading screen. I'm gonna come back to that. Can I visit Craig?
Huh?
I guess not. Hayes hates his door too much. You take a strange backwoods road to town, passing by a bombed out car and an elder tree. I'm also not sure which music is licensed, but this is an important moment. When you finally go to town, a song begins. If this part is muted, then I lost and I'm sorry. Regardless, this one song will be looping for 80% of your playtime, to the point that it almost seems wrong to see gameplay without it. It is one hell of a hip-hop track.
Yeah. Stop rewinding the flow back. This ain't your modern day new wave of throwback.
You could argue about how good it is, but it's a well-produced song. The rapper Naive is still working and has made some great tracks. The song and a lot of the other music is no doubt too good for the game. They might have known that, and maybe it's why it keeps looping.
I just wanna say, this game, this is gonna fly above a lot of people's head. There is a very ironic RPG Maker game that is fucking fantastic. It's called Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. It's a free game. It's super ironic. It's about basketball players like Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, others show up in the video game. It's a post-apocalyptic game where Charles Barkley performed a chaos dunk which seriously damaged the planet. And since then, basketball has been outlawed. It's super ironic, but it's such a unique fucking story, you cannot help but love every second of it. There is a lot of hip-hop influence because it's about that. It's clearly made by someone who has passion for that sport and its culture. And you can feel it in a lot of the gameplay. This feels... There is another game like that. I completely forgot what that one is called. It's also an RPG Maker game. It's about rappers instead. And the protagonist gets transported into the future and you collect... you recruit rappers like Tupac into your crew. And it's a turn-based dungeon crawler where you fight other rappers. It's also very ironic, but the general feel of the game is the same as this. You know, you walk around with obvious RPG Maker with hip-hop music over it. But in those games, it's ironic and actually writing is sometimes very witty. This feels like an ironic version of that, which goes from actually very cool right back to being fucking weird and obviously very cringe. But like, I just had that thought that looking at this gameplay and listening to that actually good hip-hop song really reminded me of those two games. And holy fuck, like a little bit more self-awareness and then this game maybe could have been something. Maybe.
As much as it kills me, it is October, so I'll play something spookier. As you haunt the town, there are optional side quests to pick up. A few of them even have options, even if they're as simple as do you return a police officer's wallet or not. The side quest decision.
Well, gang, I took a little bit of a break, but now we're back to this.
Decisions won't change the ending or anything, but it's a fun addition to have. I did start to notice that Anonymous Agony has a fixation with the police department. A lot of quests revolve around the officers, and the police station is by far the biggest explorable building in the game, despite the fact that the rooms are mainly empty. There's also a weird running theme of talking to cops about video games. I've got no clue what that's about, so haze up. The police will ask the 17-year-old to go into a meth lab to get evidence for them. This has a Metal Gear-like sneaking session, which is tense, but only because the game crashes if you get caught. There are other missions that are supposed to be like this, but either the creators wanted their work removed, or they're just bugged out. Funnily enough, the game started reminding me of Unreal World, because while Anonymous Agony theoretically has currency, it's effectively useless. Besides the side quests, you also have collectibles in the form of broken electronic equipment. You can find a bunch of it, and when you're ready you can head over to the Zebratech electronics store.
Why is there a car inside the shop?
I don't have an answer, but from here you can sell the stuff for cash. The issue is every shop in the game sells nothing except customization options like ringtones and desktop backgrounds and collectible art, which are all broken. Even if they worked, it's nothing you'd want to seek out. The single interesting item is free anyways, and it's a cursed rock. I'm assuming it doesn't do anything. The real rewards for the missions are the chance to hear more Haze dialogue. That and you can't actually go home until you do enough interactions. Those can go places.
Haze? Hey man! Why are you outside? We didn't think you left your house anymore. You finally grilled some balls?
Oh, hey guys. And you are?
You know who the fuck we are, shithead!
Sorry, douchebags tend to blend together in my head.
You fucked, Hayes!
Can I have a knife?
Fucking kill him!
Like the main story, the situation could go apeshit at the drop of a hat. That does have a big appeal, but has some issues that I'll soon get into.
Be quiet. You made a smart move running.
Well, I'm definitely not knife-proof.
I was half expecting you to try to fight them off.
What, you think I'm stupid or something? Those assholes had me outnumbered and outarmed.
You're more level-headed than you look.
Thanks.
I love how the author needed that reassurance that his main character, he's not running away because he's a bitch, you know, he's reasonable and he's doing, and he had to put in a character that says just that, you know, reassures the player that Hayes is actually really cool, you guys.
You are?
Brian Watson.
Brian, right. Well, thanks Brian, I'm Hayes.
Hayes? Odd name.
Yeah, my parents were stupid.
Anyway, nice to meet you, Hayes.
Likewise.
Beyond just being a nickname, this confirms that Hayes is his birth name. You get more insights like that, meet more strange characters of the town. It's vaguely similar to something like a Persona social link, but it doesn't appear to be tracked and you spend time with everybody. So mechanically, there's still not much here. I still can't believe the music production quality they managed to grab.
No bad signal, but you can text me. I'll help you out if I can.
That's actually solid OST, if that's actually original
again,
and not something
no
straight out of RPG Maker.
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
What were you doing?
No.
Oh. Do you sleep in weird places like this a lot?
Yes.
Well, sorry for bothering you, kid.
It's okay.
Yeah, but it's pretty dangerous around here. You probably shouldn't sleep outside.
I know Kung Fu.
Right.
Directly next to the sleeping child is two older children, one of which Hayes can threaten to skin like a deer. Brian has known Hayes for 3 minutes and even he manages to hear about it. Right after this, you can meet a woman who doesn't want to be tan. She casually reveals that she doesn't want to look like a dirty Mexican. So Hayes calls her a racist bitch. I've got to say, Hayes not being racist almost feels like a plot hole.
That's fine.
Damn.
Yeah.
Actually, that Mullihan Drive tweaker is a design flaw. The biggest pain the game has is even finding all of the quests. The city's astonishingly large, and even the fast travel points don't help you out a whole lot, because you have no clue what areas are supposed to be what until you go and travel to them. The areas are supposed to be marked, but it's bugged out the entire game except for the last day. This means most of the game is wandering a city listening to
Yeah.
on repeat. Though on top of that, you might have to backtrack between screens because events like the Ghostly Man only happen if you go into an area from a certain angle. Obviously, the result is that the gameplay is terrible. Oh right, the loading screens add an extra layer of hell for 2 reasons. For one, they're long, and they're between every area. Then while visiting the art gallery, the game screwed up. Watch this. Did you see that? The areas are loaded in before the loading screen. The loading screen is a fake loading screen. Why would the game have that and so frequently? Once again, this was a decision from the lead. And I am not making this up. He wanted loading screens added because all the big games have loading screens. Anonymous Agony is an experience that no AAA game can give you.
Because it's a real Hollywood movie.
No, yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
What's going on here?
Surrender
So
quietly,
dumb.
and I will gladly preserve your face structure.
People can never tell when she's actually being genuine.
Please remember that I did offer you a chance.
You got him, Eris.
Indeed.
Dang, you whipped that guy. Whoa!
A friend of his.
I
Why do you have a sword?
My choice of weapon isn't your concern. Were you with that hooligan?
No.
Think he's lying, Millie?
Are you lying, mister?
No.
They're just the local bounty hunters, I won't dwell on it. The more you go through town, the more you feel a madness setting in. You go through a mundane concrete jungle and sometimes just come across insanity. For example, every single building in the shopping center has something fucked up about it. Like there's the art gallery where you find out the loading screens are fake. The internet cafe is full of weirdos, like the one guy who wants to show you the funny Ray William Johnson video. There's a music store where you can check out tracks that otherwise don't appear in the game, though at best you're going to get your browser open to a bunch of dead pages, and at worst an album cover can be permanently stuck on your screen. There's no telling what could happen. On the west side of town you learn about the game's only enemy, speeding cars. For whatever reason they're only on this one road. Maybe that's why Hayes let Clara walk on the street. There's also a church over here and I was already bracing for some dialogue. And shockingly, the church is empty. I am genuinely amazed by this. I thought for sure there'd be a scene where the creator vents his frustrations about, like, his parents make him get up on Sunday. Instead, you get nothing. You do get to meet a nice artist nearby.
Would you mind standing right there for a moment?
What for?
I'd like to draw you.
What are you, some kind of artist?
Damn, Hayes has 20/20 vision. And put all of his points towards intelligence, it seems. Also, that's the fakest fucking park I have ever seen in my entire life. First of all, it's a bunch of benches on a U-turn. No sane city planner would put benches on a sharp turn like this, because it's like telling people, come sit where a car will inevitably fucking drive into those benches, man. You will get a first row view of your last fucking view ever. That's the first thing. The second thing, nowhere would be so many benches right next to each other. And third of all, they don't have hostile architecture, so like those armrests that are there, not for you to rest your arms, but for the homeless to not sleep on them. I'm assuming the director doesn't have a lot of experience with an outside world given the meat of the game, so that actually tracks if you think about it.
Something like that.
Well, go for it, lady.
All done. Thank you for stopping. I know it must have sounded like an odd request.
Do you always draw strangers?
It depends on the stranger.
Why did you draw me?
Because you're beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful? I don't really see it. I thought I'd kind of let myself go recently.
Everything in the world is beautiful.
Give her a day with Hayes and that song will change tune. Is that a bush growing in the road? Anyway, the main side quest for the day is talking to the Weird Guy. He's known as the Weird Guy because he gives complete strangers unprompted news about underage hookers. I don't think Weird Guy is a strong enough term for that. Weird Guy is like you're at a restaurant and someone is playing Genshin Impact at max volume on their phone. This scene does have some tension because Weird Guy has told maybe the worst possible person he could about this, but Hayes leaves without hurting him. Instead, he meets her to arrange a meeting, leading to possibly one of the most embarrassing scenes I've seen in a video game.
Well, tell me, Scarlet, what were your dreams as a kid?
Can we just get this shit over with? Do what you paid for.
I am. So, kindly answer the question.
As a kid? Huh. I wanted to be a fucking fairy princess.
Okay, recent dreams, 12 up.
Interior decorator.
Oh, how nice. Why'd you decide to whore yourself out?
A job's a job.
Money issues.
Yeah, Hayes, we weren't all born with a library.
How's family life?
Non-existent, asshole.
Ooh, touchy subject, got it. Well, I did pay for this.
Mom's dead, Dad's gone. No other family.
An interior decorator. How much would pursuing that dream cost, you think?
A lot.
Yeah, college costs and all. Food expenses, housing.
Yeah.
Level with me here. And remember, I paid for this, just saying. You hate this, don't you? Being used by men. Satisfying them.
Oh, holy shit.
You probably can't even look at yourself in the mirror anymore, can you?
What the fuck do you think? What? Do you get off on this kind of shit, asshole? I'd rather be fucked by men than deal with this.
Holy shit. That's actual damage. She brought out the big guns, and you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
Work must really have you strung up. Chill out. So, where's your dream house located?
Florida Beach.
Nice. Send me a postcard. That should get you on your feet. I wish money could buy your self-respect back, but you'll have to find that by yourself.
There's no way this shit isn't gonna bounce.
Go find out.
Hey!
What?
Where the fuck did he get the money for this?
My boss. He won't just let me leave. Asshole watches me.
What's his name?
Eddie Glacius.
Prostitute saved. Eddie Glacius marked for death. Just another day in the life of Hayes, which is thankfully over. My head is spinning after the first day out. It does have the most content compared to the other days, but it doesn't make the game feel any less menacing. Every day you've got to wake up, and worse than that, you're waking up as Hayes. On top of that, you don't just go on your computer for a while and go to sleep, you have to then wake up again in the dead of night. You need to wander the town again. Maybe he's trying to find the mysterious Midnight Girl Scout troop. Compared to the day, his night isn't very eventful. You beat up a mugger, some kind of Time Lord crashes the game, the bounty hunters think you're suspicious. More than that, take a wrong turn and time and space starts falling apart. The time of day will change and sprites and tiles will start changing at random. It's raining indoors somehow. Naturally, your only refuge is a bar.
It's crazy how time flies by. These moments hit you quick and then they're gone just like a drive-by. Disconnect from the world of hate and discrimination to a
I love how he immediately walked into a table. That's some classic RPG Maker shit.
There's not much to the bar in night 1. An old man tells Hayes a story about a family member overdosing on heroin, and this irritates Hayes. Time to go home. I don't know what the point was, especially when he has a date the next day with the second target. But as always, things can never be simple.
How long does this damn bus take to get here?
Hayes? Where's he going? I hope he knows that bus doesn't come for another 3 hours.
Craig, no, don't interfere.
So where are you headed?
Oh, hey, Mr. Good Cop. I'm just going to do some soul searching.
I somehow feel like that's an understatement.
Maybe just a little bit.
Hayes, you know, this bus doesn't get here for another 3 hours.
God damn it.
Hey, sorry about that awkward dinner.
Just don't invite me to another one.
Alright, no more awkward dinners. How about some lunch right here?
The dinner wasn't awkward. Hayes made it awkward. What the fuck?
I'd like to say no, but sitting here alone for 3 hours does sound kind of shitty.
I'll run down the street and get us a couple subs then.
Sounds good, Craigster.
Craigster?
Craigalicious?
I'll be right back.
Craig really is just the nicest dude. If only Hayes could see that.
Ever doubt being a cop?
Sometimes.
Why are you even a cop? If you doubt it, I mean.
Hard to say.
You seem more confused than this misguided teenager.
Maybe I am. Guess it's just part of being human.
Part of being human, huh? Sometimes I think it'd be easier to be a dog.
Come on, Hayes. Being human isn't so bad, is it? It's nice.
How's it nice?
Well, we can sit at a bus stop for 3 hours eating subs while people drive by and laugh at us. I consider that one of the joys of being human.
Wow, Craig.
True, and depends on the sub, really.
You just said you wanted to be a dog.
Look who's talking.
When you start to doubt yourself, what do?
The thing is with doubt is that it'll go away eventually. But if you quit and get regret, now that'll stay around for a lot longer. So when I doubt what I do, I just keep on doing it.
I think that's good advice. Thanks. Well, congrats. You managed to help the misguided teenager find his way.
You should be a cop one day.
Yeah, Craig is a terrible judge of character. Or actually, maybe a really good one.
Fuck no!
Well, it was worth a try.
You know, Blue Belt?
I unironically think, like, that Craig character could be written so good. If he didn't mean some of that. Like, you know, he's just trying to be nice and saying those things. But holy shit.
I think you're right. Sitting at a bus stop eating subs is one of the joys of being human. It's so pointless and retarded, it's something only we can do.
Look, I get he throws out some poetic slammers sometimes, but what the hell did that mean?
We should do it again sometime.
Give me a call anytime.
Maybe try doing your job in the meantime, huh? I can't believe you had time to do this crap.
Oh, okay, Hayes falls asleep on the bus. This is psychotic and in character, but I think the maze level was just cut. I doubt it was worth keeping. Oh my Jesus. Oh, that was a bus stopping and not Sadako coming out of my TV. I'll take what positives I can get today. Unlike the clowner, this guy isn't voiced, though at the same time that's understandable. It's hard to sell work for exposure when the role is the other child predator.
Your way out. What's your name?
Where did he get the bat from? He got here by bus, he had nothing with him. Did he keep that up his ass?
What the fuck is your name? What? I thought you loved me. No sex? Come on, I was all wet and everything!
Still, only having one voice here makes the situation more awkward than it already is, and I didn't want to ask anyone I know, hey, do you want to voice the pedophile in my YouTube video? So I will trim this down a bit because it goes on a while. Hayes correctly deduces that Elliot has uncouth home movies upstairs.
I found them! Oh! Oh no! You shouldn't use your hands for bad, or you may just lose them! You sick bastard. I am your release. I am your punishment. I am your justice.
RP and J, remember? Hayes gives him two options. One, he'll get stomped out by Hayes and everyone will learn what he did, including his family. Or door number 2.
Kill yourself.
You do get options here, whether Hayes does it himself or makes him do it, and the tool for the deed, which includes using a fucking pen. It's presented as a choice, but come on. You know what Hayes would do.
Do it with this pen. It's the only way out.
Then you can take the tapes or leave them, but regardless, Hayes escapes.
Ugh, this whole place looks the fucking same.
Wait, what? Where are we? Oh wow, it's a flashback. It's been a while.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm here to see Clara Stratos. This doesn't look like any children's mental hospital. It looks like a regular one. The hell is this?
Wherever Hayes was, he needed to stay there.
Oh.
He's then told that nobody can see her for 8 months. You know the routine by now.
Fuck you! Let me see my goddamn sister, you bitch!
He beats people up, he's so cool, literally me, moving on.
What happened?
Elliot K. He was found dead in his house this morning, but we can't figure out whether it's a suicide or a murder.
A pen? Odd choice for a weapon.
There was also a box of tapes left near the body.
The guy's arm is broken and he's beat up. It's so clearly and obviously a murder. But for now, the police think it's just another weird suicide. That night, Hayes has a dream flashback about picking flowers with his sister and meets another girl. He wakes up and says how dumb she was out loud. Day 3. There's a new target and he's the most obviously psychotic one yet. He is so obviously dangerous that even Hayes can see the red flags.
Wow, really? Shit, he made the lame pun for me.
It's so dire that he's contacted by a new character named Juno. For all intents and purposes, Juno is basically Otacon. He's a super hacker and has over 40 proxies. Juno knows that Hayes is baiting creeps online, but is too socially stunted to understand what happens to them. His first order of concern is that Hayes needs a firewall because he's been using his elderly neighbor's Wi-Fi the whole time. The larger concern is Hayes' new target, who Juno has an entire dossier on. The way this guy is hyped up is very anime brain. You know how some shonen stuff will ramp the stakes by going, hey, this dude's really good at fighting. He's won the Earl Grey tournament 10 times, etc. Well, this new guy Gabriel is a pro at molesting people. It sounds like the kind of thing that would be a dark joke, but they want you to take this seriously. Then again, that's the whole game. Juno thinks he's trying to be heroic, but Hayes reveals that he just hates horny people. Hayes' diary backs this up too. I'm sure this will give people even more to unpack. So now Hayes has a super hacker on his side. But right upon exiting chat, his thoughts are elsewhere.
Oh yeah, I need to feed those dogs. I don't have anything to give him this time though. Dog food's boring. Dogs like meat, right? Alright, I'll just go buy him something. Excuse me, where's the steak at?
Down that aisle and to the right.
Thanks, dude.
I do like the detail that because Hayes knew the dogs before, he would go back to feed them sometimes. I didn't expect that to come back.
I'll take these.
Oh, some nice juicy steaks, huh? Having a party with the guys?
Nah, all my friends are dogs.
Hayes' lack of respect for everyone in his life can be seen as the kindling, which has now raged into an uncontrollable wildfire of narcissism and nonsense. Hayes' use of odd sayings, such as him earlier saying his respect would be better used on a goat, is just another manifestation of his schizoid delusions. Hayes believes people know and understand his idioms when in reality no one understands what he means. Hayes is incredibly self-centered, only showing empathy for minor aspects in his life which he likely uses to help fuel his self-image of a good person. His sister was the only minor tether he had to a sliver of normalcy. But he is now fully degenerating into a parody of a human being.
Oh, I see. 6780.
Like, at this point in this video, I have just nothing else left to say. I can just look at the screen and fucking laugh at the absurdity because, man, I can't believe this is a real piece of media that is out there.
Here's your total.
Here's 100. Keep the change.
Oh, my God. Are you sure?
Yeah, money's gross.
Yeah, that's totally what happens when you give somebody $30. That's a little bit of an overreaction, but again, the author of the game, the auteur, the director, clearly doesn't leave house much. So yeah, I can imagine how that makes sense through eyes of somebody like that.
Alright guys, dinner time!
Yep, here come the 5 dogs. He did buy them nice steaks, but still manages to convince himself that they'd
maybe 2 of them did a fusion dance.
rather be eating human flesh. He's projecting pretty hard, but there is a brand new day on the town.
Yeah.
This day is just as simultaneously torturous
That song is a banger though.
and eventful as the other. Some girls are saying how they hate book spoilers, and Hayes says that he doesn't read and walks away. Someone Brian knows is taken hostage because the local gang thinks that he's a gun runner just because he's a war veteran. Hayes rescues the hostage, which turns out to be a dog. It's not even his dog. Is this the 5th dog? Lily has a tummy ache, Eddie Glacius is still at large, and a Mehrunes Dagon cult has hacked AT&T. Oh right, some blonde guy helps the artist Fiona with some directions. The biggest event is being confronted by the bounty hunters once again.
Care to explain why you were speaking with that young girl, Lily?
Are you a rapist?
Yeah, you guys are really off the mark here.
I failed to see the comedy in this.
Sorry, just a few variables you're not aware of.
The only variable I need to be aware of is the one that you're pissing me off.
I do that to people. Sorry.
I'll be having a word with Miss Lily. You better hope she only has good ones concerning you.
You're gonna be on her hit list!
They are
This is so fucking dumb.
doing better than the cops because at least they know that, hey, something is up with that kid.
What a tight ass.
Yeah.
Another day completed, but the night awaits. I haven't mentioned it until now, but night is the only time the hip-hop doesn't play. I genuinely miss it, and at this point I'm not sure if it's Stockholm Syndrome. The weird guy is still in his alley, but no sign of Eddie Glacius yet. Once again, the bar is the answer. The blonde guy works there as a bartender, and his name is... wow, bartender. He does ask things that I want answers to.
Yep, you definitely piss me off.
Cool necklace.
What? Cut that out!
What? It's a neat necklace. Where'd you get it?
Not in any store.
Why the biohazard symbol?
Personal. Sorry.
Yeah, that settles it. It's Yu-Gi-Oh shit. You get some hate speech texted to you, and you can talk with Fiona about art some more. This is a bare-bones night, but they do make up for it by giving you a dream sequence, which is more of a creepypasta. It's strongly implied that Hayes killed his parents, and that's why he lives alone, but how has no one found out about it? The guilt he feels for those he's killed is also a strange inclusion. They say things like, "I was still a teacher, though." Who gives a shit what his job was? I think the game might be designed to turn you into Hayes. Gabriel wakes him up from it by telling him to turn on the news. What is this going to scale into?
When justice fails you, where do you turn?
I was just holding it for a friend.
The doctor never told me of the risks. I never signed a prenup, and now she wants everything.
We're going to need backup.
Are you tired of the law failing you? Are you tired of public defenders who don't have a clue?
Yeah, the Saul Goodman bit goes on for a while, and the actual news story doesn't have a cutscene. Yet another unexplainable detour for the pile. It's revealed that Gabriel has murdered a child with a rock. Juno is watching this, rightfully thinks it's insane, and tells Hayes to call the police. Don't fight him, Hayes. He's in his prime. He'll kill you. It's the only way I'll know. The sun is rising, and Hayes invites Gabriel over to hide the next day. Hayes then powers up by watching a bunch of snuff films back to back. Or something.
Man, the writer is fucking psychotic. Holy shit. Like, you cannot really judge a person by their work. And I say you cannot really because some people know how to separate work from their, like, personal life. But even if they do that, you get hints of somebody's character through their work. The more personal it is to them, and the more, like, control, creative control over that work they have, the more personality they will inevitably inject into it. And this fucking game is like looking into a work of an actual sociopath. Holy god damn. But mostly just on, you know, some always online Andy.
It's not made clear. Thankfully, before it gets worse, the doorbell interrupts him.
Better not be fucking Craig.
Oh, hey, Hayes.
Craig, I tolerate you, okay? But you're getting a bit creepy. You really need to find some friends your own age. I really don't have time to hang out with you right now. Go be a cop.
It's my day off.
Go buy a damn Xbox and play COD then.
I think the author of this game really likes COD.
I, just wanted to borrow your blender.
You seriously just wanted to borrow my blender?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Well, guess I'm an asshole then.
A little bit.
Let me make it up to you. When was your birthday?
October 3rd.
That wasn't too long ago. Alright, hold on. Happy birthday!
You're giving me your blender?
Doesn't my kindness make your heart flutter?
I don't know what to say. Smoothie time.
Man.
This is the stuff of legends. What the? It's the final day. Let's see if they make it count. For starters, someone has violated the masquerade and there is a vampire loose in the alleys. That or Kagutaba's on the loose again, and I'll never know because you never follow up on this. A guy outside the music store opens Twitter to a real-world account. This is one of the few times this feature hasn't been broken so far. A street gang harasses Lily, and Anonymous Agony joins the few prestigious games on Steam to drop a hard R in them, which I was convinced would come from Hayes instead. Rather than that, him and Brian team up to obliterate the punks.
Pansies shouldn't talk so much shit.
You alright, Lily?
Yeah, you okay?
Batman. Robin.
Why am I Robin?
The long odyssey for Eddie Glacius ends, and sadly he's not voiced. In a twist, Eddie and his boys are actually able to beat up Hayes. After fighting all the cops, at this point I assumed that Hayes was nearly indestructible. The surprises keep coming, especially when he decides to put together a team. Having just seen him in a brawl, it makes sense to bring Brian. His stats aren't quite as high as I'd like, but he does have a Hawaiian shirt and a shark tooth necklace. That has to count for something. He even manages to convince Eris the bounty hunter. She's still suspicious of him, but she does it for the sake of the girl. Also, judging by her stats, she is broken.
Disgusting! I won't tolerate a thing like that. You have my support. Lead the way.
Nice. Super friends, go! It was just a joke. Man, you two are stiffs.
It's incredible how much better it feels navigating with a party. Also because I know in the back of my head they can stop Hayes from going too far. But again, it doesn't last long, and again, the fight is off screen. The most hype thing about it is that it briefly plays a new Naive song for about 15 seconds.
I knew you weirdos had some kind of use!
You ever been stabbed?
The girl is finally free to go and the day is over. It's a brief day, and I suspect you're meant to be on your computer more chatting with people. It's just not that interesting, and especially without the voice acting. How some actors have delivered their lines have carried this game like Atlas. It's just not the
Very, very, very true. I mean, that movie time was fucking perfect.
same this way, even when people bring up bizarre topics like melting CD DRM. You do learn that Fiona's a wolf girl, and it's like, oh, that's why she talks to Hayes. The final night has the task of announcing the defeat of Eddie Glacius, but it has a really interesting bug. The Mugger event from a previous night replays, and it uses an old art asset for Hayes. As I mentioned before, some people had their art replaced and others wanted their work pulled, and it's not clear what happened here. Okay, let's see the good news.
Hey, you're free to go.
Really? Ha! What did you do?
Me and my posse kicked his ass.
Ha! How blunt.
It's who I am.
Why did you do all this for me?
A personal, selfish reason.
You always this honest?
Nah. My friend Brian wishes you luck. I do too.
Well, tell him thanks. Thank you, too.
You know, he's been a huge dick, but I admit, I think in the end he did help her out. Oh god.
I didn't even know your name. But I guess your name doesn't really matter now, does it? Your story's over. Just like in the movies.
This feels like a psyop. Do you think they did something like this to people in the MK Ultra project? Just show them the most cringiest, worst fucking thing they have ever seen in their entire life to see if it will, like, actually break them? Like, on repeat? Like that scene in Clockwork Orange. Man, holy fuck.
It's unclear at what point Hayes will be satisfied with his killings. In reality, it's unlikely that he would ever be satisfied, as these murders are coming from
I can't believe JCS agreed to this. He's such a blessing.
a place of immaturity. His refusal to seek help, empathy, or other proper channels for dealing with his family's trauma means he will continue to lash out without helping anyone's emotional state. While he views the killing of child predators as just another community service, he is a highly disturbed and dangerous individual, and his bloodlust can easily turn on others he views as lesser. Hayes' chance of peace and smoothie time may never come.
Eddie'll join you soon too.
But for now, Hayes has to prepare for the final showdown. Juno did reveal a possible lead in that Hayes and Gabriel had the same psychiatrist. This is the last chance to learn something useful about his enemy.
We just replaced the window.
I won't break it again.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll just punch him this time. Can I go see the doctor?
No, he's got a patient in there.
Hey, doctor, how you been?
Mr. Stratos, I'm in the middle of something.
I'm here to talk about Gabriel Romero.
I'm sorry, could you come back tomorrow, please? I apologize. It's important.
Oh, sure.
What's your relation to that man, Hayes?
No relation.
Then why do you want information?
What if I needed it to stop him from doing something terrible?
Like what? I've nothing to say to you concerning that man.
You refused to continue seeing him, right?
Yes, I did.
Why? You're such a nosy prick. You seemed so ready to shove your nose into my life. Why'd you cut this guy loose? What made him so special?
He almost sounds envious.
That man is a damn insane animal!
Well, Doctor, seems you're the one who needs to talk.
Look, I'm not telling you anything, but I will warn you.
I can't.
Stay the hell away from that guy. He isn't right.
Come on, Doc, aren't we all a little fucked in the head? Even me, even you! It's all a matter of who's more insane. The point is, you tell me about him, or an innocent girl dies.
Are you threatening me?
No, but that's what's going to happen unless you tell me everything you know.
What? And you think you can stop him from doing something? You? An emotionally unstable teenager? You're nothing special, Hayes. I'm not. No one is. If you ever leave and call the police, we're done here.
What if it was your daughter in danger? If you want to help people so damn much, then do it. I bet for the first time in your fucking life you actually have a chance to save someone, and you're not going to take it?
I don't know what you're doing, but fine. I don't fucking care.
It's also very telling how the author of this treats social workers like you know, a psychiatrist with the wording used by the character. Yeah, it's very telling what kind of person could write something like this.
Gabriel, he thinks he's Jesus.
We're past off the rails. This is off the planet.
Hold on. What? You don't fucking mean that literally, right?
No, I do.
The more Edwin reveals, the more cartoonishly evil Gabriel is. Edwin might be the worst mental professional in all of crime fiction, and I'm including Halloween. Gabriel had told him just about every crime you could possibly do, and he never thought to call the police. I'm pretty sure you're obligated to do that if a patient even mentions thinking about hurting someone. Like an intent seeming serious enough warrants it.
So the dude's fucked, clearly.
I even resorted to his family burning alive. I brought it up to just try to break through his delusional view that he was a god. He looked at me in the eyes and told me that his family burning alive, even his 6-year-old brother, was funny.
But alas, I want to know his weakness. What is it?
He has one living sister.
I don't think there's much he can do with that. We just got a speech on how he doesn't care about his family at all.
You let him go knowing how fucked up he was.
I know, okay? He scared me. He scared me to death. I know it was a mistake.
No! Fuck you! You know it's a mistake? Thinking that anyone can be fixed. You're sure as hell broken. Gabriel damn sure is. Fuck. Even I am.
What more do you want from me, Hayes?
Nothing. But...
what is it?
There's one more thing I need. I fucking lied. Get over it.
Again, you can just smell the person writing this. Holy shit, that's a lot of Dorito dust on his fingers.
Juno has a final chat with Hayes, wanting to get one last tidbit in before the big fight. If you type in the word stratum anywhere online, it disappears. This is the work of the Lale-Lule-Lo, who have been abducting tens of thousands of people for years. There is a vast global conspiracy that the Illuminati is probably behind, and extraterrestrials are sort of implied as well. This could mean that Claire is being kept to be turned into some kind of...
No fucking way. He actually thinks he's Kojima.
...super soldier or cyborg, but I have no idea. It's the finale of the game and I'm getting Kojima's unedited Metal Gear Solid 2 script with like the cutscenes and the stock footage. I can't do it. Please just come inside and kill me. Jesus, please hurry.
It's just like old times, huh? Come on, you son of a bitch. Surprise!
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, I'm your girlfriend. What, my tits aren't big enough for you?
What? Are you the brother or something? Where's the girl at?
What girl? There never was one, Gabe.
Wait, I was chatting with you?
Hands up, fucker!
What is this? If you want to shoot me, go ahead. It won't work.
Oh, really? I disagree. Want to test it? Oh, wait, that's right. You're Jesus!
That's right, and I forgive you. You can still save yourself.
Oh, shut the fuck up! I can handle preaching from normal folks, but I don't want to hear that shit from you! That little girl you killed had a family. Dreams, a whole life ahead of her.
That was an accident.
Oh, then go revive her. You're God, right? Go give her fucking life back.
That's not the way it works.
That's right. That's not the fucking way it works, shithead.
I know JRPGs have that trope where you can fight God at the end. I'm not sure if this counts, but at least it's different.
The only future you have left is this bullet between your eyes.
Okay, shoot me then, little man.
What? You want to die?
I'll join my father in heaven.
No, fuck no.
Are you ready to die? I can smell the fear on you. You're just an angry little kid.
Enjoy sleeping tonight.
Fuck you! Get the fuck off me!
How did you know about me? Tick tock, tick.
How much time? Okay, 7
You're a pretty
minutes.
shitty psychiatrist. You're even too fucked up for him to want to deal with. Congratulations!
Edwin, that little bitch said he believed me.
More like scared of you.
Smart of him.
What would your sister think of this?
My sister? That woman in Canada I've never met. Nice try, little man.
That settles it. Edwin might be the worst psych in all of fiction. Just tell Diddle Jesus about his sister in Canada.
I'm Hayes Stratos. Nice to fucking meet you.
Hayes? Stratos? I heard about you. Your sister was locked up, and soon afterwards, your parents went missing. That's interesting.
Oh, you want some cookies and milk?
Shut up, kid. Your jokes won't mean anything soon.
What are you...
Hayes loses? Holy shit!
It's okay, you beautiful fool. You're going to heaven. I've seen deaths like yours far too many times. I'm not even interested.
Limbo.
God damn it, Hayes. What the fuck did you do? What do I do? What do I...
Is this a bad end or something? I mean, it feels like a great ending, so...
I need a towel. And... my house keys from upstairs. Stairs. Fuck stairs.
The items have to be gathered before Hayes bleeds out. His smug Grinch smile is gone, and it's pretty clear that even if he gets the stuff, he's likely not going to make it. The music does make me reflect. For only a 5-hour game, the story does feel effective. In reality, he's just been killing criminals, but it—
Man, 5 hours of this shit? Bless you, Mandalore, that you suffered for our entertainment.
It did feel like it ramped up to something. There were tangents that went nowhere and plenty of questions that are still unanswered, but the derangement of the game gives it a significant advantage. I never knew what would happen next. Yet it wasn't always completely random. It felt like at the very deep core of it there is some kind of logic to it. Some themes are obvious, but some things I don't understand seem like they could be a setup for something later. It's a game that's stuck with me for a lot of reasons. The game is horribly broken, and it is saying something that Steam is even selling it. But what it does have makes it stand out. It's not a surprise it's remained obscure for so long. I don't blame anyone for not wanting to showcase the Chris Hansen anime game. It's not too graphic, but the subject matter is insanely dark. The mechanics themselves are barely there, and you have what's really a visual novel with some light RPG mechanics because the engine has those anyways. Even with all signs pointing to production being a nightmare, people did work hard on this, and the game is something special. I don't know who the lead will be working with since apparently so many bridges were burned, but I don't know if this would ever be continued in a, true fashion. This is the result of a perfect storm of time and talent. Never in my life have I muttered "oh no" so much playing a game and then laughed till I cried in the next scene. Anonymous Agony is a nuclear train wreck.
Hayes! What happened? Hayes? Hayes! Don't fall asleep. Stay awake. Damn it. I'll call an ambulance. Just hold on.
Damn
Roll
it,
credits.
he survived.
But
Fuck.
wait, there is a post-credit scene teasing the next episode. Why is Griffith here? Hayes does survive, but you can only read his emails as he recovers in the hospital. I assume we'll learn more in the Phantom Pain, but there's no telling. Don't buy this game. Just as Scooby-Doo taught us, sometimes it's good to remember that in the real world, usually people are the monsters. If there's a lesson to take from Anonymous Agony, it's that. Also, it's not a phase, and shut up, Mom! The game is essentially an artistic rendition of a Blops player punching their drywall. Looking into Hayes' eyes fill me with shadows. The video game ocean has never been wider and deeper, and there's no telling what else is out there in the trenches. So if you got this far, I'm sorry. This is why I try not to do this often. Next time I'll try to get things back to normal, no children at all in the next game. Well, no living ones anyway. I'm so sick of hearing everyone's age in this game. No more of that.
10 years old.
Thanks to everyone who's willing to work with me on this because, you know, I didn't want to ask too many people, but everyone who I did came through. Xtelis did a wonderful animation as per usual and is still working on more. Sermion Music did the sound design for it as well as the remix of the Yeah. He also runs Please Stop Talking, which is a variety podcast / D&D adventure that I guest on sometimes. Please make sure to plug those if you want me to do the sound for your weird ass game. Kazoom, who took some time away from JCS Criminal Psychology to participate in Haze. And all the artists who did stuff I used for the video. If you worked on this game, thanks for all you did because I noticed. This game is awful, but it also kind of rules. Have a happy Halloween.
I'm not doing the credits, I don't care. I just want it to be over. Yeah, the video is over. Check out some of my other stuff. Holy shit. Ring is next, I guess. That's good, right? Can't get any worse than this, though. All the links are in the description if you wanna see Mandalore's channel, and thank you very much for sticking around this long. See you in the next one.